I think one thing companies should not do, to use the inverse of what should not do, is to jump right into outsourcing or technology. I think there is an aspect where every REIT out there, if you haven't done it already, you need to spend time thinking through what your desired operating model is.
Joining me today is Umar Riaz, Executive Director with EY. Umar, thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here.
Now, as you talk to your clients, what is the case for change to their operating models?
First let's define what operating model is. For us within EY, we define it as a combination of your org structure, your sourcing strategy, technology, and then process redesign, all go into defining your operating model. What we find with REITs is they face a fairly challenging external environment right now. Talent is hard to get by. There is increasing amount of technology available to help you with the business, but not enough resources internally to help you analyze that. And there are more and more cost pressures. And then if you put on that investor demands to get more data analytics out of REITs, out of their reporting structure. So all that combines to come up with a fairly challenging external environment for REITs to operate in right now.
And what are some of the functional ways that real estate companies employ technology in running their businesses?
Well, there have been sort of traditional ways of using technology in the industry, which are absolutely necessary. For example, ERP systems. Almost every REIT clearly needs an ERP system run by, in addition to lease administration and all, are areas where almost every REIT out there has technology employed. What we find is a big gap in terms of integration of all these technologies, because what a lot of REITs have is silos of data that reside in different systems. And it's really becoming quite challenging for REITs to extract the data from those systems to make meaningful decisions based on that. So I think that's the next level of challenge for REITs, is how to take all the systems they have, and there might be some additional systems they need, but really the big challenge is how to harness the power of the systems they have through integration and more seamless performance.
And what are some of the trends in outsourcing of some repeatable tasks versus developing an end-to-end technology solution?
So I think that there's been aspects of outsourcing that have existed in the industry for quite a while. We talked about lease administration as an example. But I think what a lot of REITs are looking at right now is what is the benefit of outsourcing individual tasks versus broader functions. Because the broader the function you outsource, the more benefit you get out of it, and the less headache that you have to retain to manage those functions on an ongoing basis. So I think that there's an aspect of where can we outsource and where can we outsource more at a more significant scale than we've historically done. In addition, where we can't outsource, where can we use technology to enhance our capabilities versus just handing it to a third company to operate for us.
And finally, what are some best practices companies should consider before undertaking a transformation project? I
think one thing companies should not do, to use the inverse of what should not do, is to jump right into outsourcing or technology. I think there is an aspect where every REIT out there, if you haven't done it already, you need to spend time thinking through what your desired operating model is. What functions do you want to retain? What functions do you want to outsource? Where is the best use of technology within your environment? And how can you redesign your processes, either through automation or through enhanced use of technology to make it more efficient? I think that 2, 3 to 6 months effort is well worth it for you to define your long-term strategy versus jumping right in and outsourcing or putting in on individual technologies without a view to what the big picture is.